to his top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready, Act 25. 50, Max 50. Here we go, D. Here I come. Ready for that.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch safety screen. Watch safety screen. Safety screen. Hey, express. Hey, South. Let him go.
They give it to Williams, running right. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's third down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Ryan. And he locates Walker, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
You get rock me. You get rock me. You get rock me. 11. Hey, Charlie.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Next to score, Vikings 7, Eagles nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 51. We got 25 to mark. I'm coming for you, son.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Ryan sliding out of the pocket. There goes a deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's checking. Crash.
He's got daylight. 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Ryan. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough. For a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
We got 25 to mark. Switch up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there, second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Pick it up. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Base. 3 down.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Keep it up, guys.
On second down, Williams. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double time. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Ryan. That's complete to Robinson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there at 22.
First and goal, Philadelphia.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Ryan. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Here's Darnold. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
54, south.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run on first down. It's Williams. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Check. Mike's 50. Fine. Mike 50. 3 buns.
To throw is Ryan. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan to throw. Complete to Dorsett. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. On first down, Ryan. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check 49, check 49. 20.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Ryan. He'll buy some time right. And Robinson with a big catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And they work this out past the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. To throw is Darnold. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Go! Check 43!
Check.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
We go, son. Tight left. 4 down. Lady. Switch. Chance.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 61 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand. And sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
This is caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert? And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The shotgun snap for Donald. They complete it to Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 42-yard line.
Outside. 43, waiting. 43 set. 43 set.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
43. Check, 43. Hey, watch the ball. Check. 10.
Darnold from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And Walker has it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, South. Watch QB drop. 50's the mark. Check. 50's the mark. Go.
Now Williams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Ryan. And able to find Dorsett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Wait, Tuesday. Base. Banjo.
Here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. Push him back. Hey, Foxtrot. 58. Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike.
Now it's Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Ready. Henry. 57 to Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 4-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
3 down, 3 down.
Now Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
54.
Darnold on 3rd down to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Check. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, check. Hey, one set. Got. Go. 54. Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you, boy. Hey, 25.
Throwing again. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Second down and 10, Darnold. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Darnold. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe with a pick. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now it's Darnold. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target was the rookie, Terry McLaurin. And now it's third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Box 14. Box 14.
Oh, 80.
Tight go.
Here's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Come on.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Gun.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. Eluding the pressure right. So the final seconds have ticked away in this